Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Mobile Marketing ClickZ mobile column. Today we have our guest, Angela Au-Yeung, with us. She is the digital manager for VF Group's lead brand, and we are very honored to have her with us. I'm Alvin Grillen, the CEO for MNFO and for Guanxi. And Angela, thank you again for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about how mobile and online is being used in retail and in brands, and you can share some experience with us. So Angela's been in the both agency side as well as the brand side for a number of years, and both in the cosmetic industry as well as media, and also now in the fashion industry.
Right.
So she has a wealth of experience to share with us.
Thank you. Yeah.
So maybe you can tell us a little bit about what you're doing now in the company, and then and then we'll go into more details about kind of what's going on in the industry and then specific experiences you've had.
Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for having me and thanks for the introduction. I'm Angela, and I'm actually the digital manager for Lee Jeans in China, which is a brand under the VF Corporation. And currently in my role, I'm responsible for the brand digital marketing for Lee Jeans, and as well as their new e-commerce initiative in the market. So that's basically what I'm doing now. For Lee Jeans, I think we started venturing into the mobile space earlier this year in a more systematic and aggressive way, and mainly we wanted to try to first tap into some reputable and successful third-party app to kickstart the whole mobile advertising strategy. Currently, we utilizing two platforms. One is called Walk-in. The other one is Google Deals. Google Deals just launched like 2 weeks ago, and in Beijing and Shanghai. And what it does is that we supply, as an advertiser, we supply our latest campaign and product information and brand information to this platform. And so when the consumers access the mobile app, they can actually see what's the latest from the brand. And it also has a very good geo targeting function on it, so that when they are interested in a particular product, also they can click on it, and then they can know where is the nearest store that sells that particular piece of product. So I reckon that would be very useful to the consumers.
So it's just starting, so you don't have a lot of numbers for it. But it
Not
sounds
yet,
like the ability to take something from mobile and bring people to the store is a big focus for your brand, right?
Right. And Google is a very reputable technology brand, and the user experience, the navigation on the app is very good. And that's why, as an apparel brand, we are very particular about like how the user experience your brand on all touch points. So mobile is definitely one of the most important too. So we wanted to ensure that the user experience on this tiny little device is just as great as going to a store or looking at a massive out-of-home billboard, that sort of thing. Yeah.
And then the walk-in tool, it's like a check-in type service. Maybe talk a little bit about that.
Walk-in we started back in July, so it was a couple months back, and it has similar features of the Google Deals app as well. So you can access brand information, product information, and a store locator that can actually take you to the nearest store. What's additional is that it has check-in functions, so that you can go into a Lee store, do a check-in, and then you can receive an instant offer on your mobile phone. And you earn points by checking in. And the points that you earn, you can actually redeem different sort of products and services in the walk-in store. So it has a little bit of a CRM program on the app itself. And the reason why we wanted to try on walk-in is that they're giving us a lot of support. They're very supportive to brands, and they're also investing a lot of marketing into promoting the app itself. So yeah, we saw that as very valuable.
So it sounds like Lee's pretty innovative in trying out some new mobile technologies.
Yeah.
And you said that from the initial results that you're already seeing that people who do use this mobile technology to come into the stores will actually buy a little bit more than the average person.
Yeah.
And are you able to get more data about these users and follow up with them? Is that something that you have been doing or are looking to do?
We, at the current stage, because the walk-in users, we get some demographic information about like who, for example, who check in our store and who check in the malls or who like the age or gender, that sort of thing. But it's all confidential to walk-ins. So they're providing us demographic data for analysis, but not necessarily the customer. Yeah. I think it's a good thing for the consumers.
It's a good balance of privacy.
Yeah.
So that's good. And if you were going to do, what's the next thing? What would you do next that you think would work on mobile and are things that you've already talked about or in your plans?
I think that mobile is definitely something we want to tap into more aggressively, especially with the larger mobile user, smartphone user base in China. And we do, like, as a whole, like for Li Jeans, we always want to do something more strategic and to make sure that it looks nice and while it's very result driven, rather than doing something that's like too tactical. So I can't say we have something very definite on the plan right now, but like for each of our seasonal campaign, we always want to come up with something that's on mobile that complements well into the whole 360 marketing and advertising overall theme. Yeah, so it really depends what our themes are.
I like what you just said, that you want to integrate mobile into your 360 marketing theme, because I think that's something that most brands are missing today, is that they make mobile kind of a separate item where really the value of what it can do for the brands and for the users as well is when it integrates with other offline campaigns, with other online campaigns, and with actual in-store retail and couponing. So the way that you kind of integrated that together makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's always like the number one priority for us. Yeah.
And then I remember you mentioned some things about what you did when you were at Sasa. Can you talk a little bit about what you did in mobile there and maybe some initial results that you saw?
Yeah, sure. Before I joined VF, I actually worked in the cosmetics e-commerce industry for Sasa.com, and we were also looking at developing our mobile strategy back then. So Sasa already had a very large consumer base. So we had a lot of consumer data, including the phone numbers, of course. And when we developed the app, the branded app, we actually could promote directly to the users. But that was back in a few years back. And we wanted to make sure that the branded app is very relevant to the consumers. So for cosmetics, we wanted to make sure that we have fresh content update about the latest products or skin problems. Say, for example, the weather is changing these few days. We wanted to make sure that our users get valuable information from us and recommendations from us, that sort of thing. And we really encourage the users to contribute to this community. So even on the app itself, people can write their reviews for particular products, and they can view the reviews of what other users have said. And it has proven online on the e-commerce site that for products that have more positive reviews, they sell much better than the products that don't have any reviews or even have negative reviews. That's obvious. But yeah, so we expected that to be the same on mobile. And we encourage the users to contribute by giving them points, which they can redeem samples or small gifts in the store. So there's also the drive to retail component in it.
And how did you promote this app to the marketplace to get people to download it?
We didn't really advertise or market it. We already had a lot of traffic on our e-commerce site, so we make sure that people who come to our site, which already has a relationship with the brand, were made known of the new app. And we had a very large consumer base, as I said, right? So we did like EDM, it was more like an internal thing, but it worked pretty well.
So it's marketing to your existing customers.
Yes.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
So if there's a lot of brands and agencies out there trying to help people with mobile apps or mobile branded apps, if you were going to give one piece of advice in terms of how to do it right, how to make it effective, and have people actually keep it instead of them deleting it,
right.
What would that advice be?
I think that providing fresh content and relevant content is of vital importance, because like you want people to keep coming back to your app, and you have to prove that it's valuable to them. And I think a lot of brands have been quite quite ambitious, so they always try to do so many things with just one app. But usually the apps that work well is the one that is very simple, very easy to understand, very intuitive to navigate, and it has value to the customers. So I think that's
Thank you, Angela. That's great advice both for keeping your app simple as well as how to tie online and offline together for the mobile deals and location-based services. So thanks again, Angela, for joining us.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching another episode of the Mobile Media Column. So take care. Bye-bye. See you next time.